Hey everyone, welcome to Talkin Tuesdays, the original person behind the pit. Without further ado, we are going to introduce our featured guest. That would be Mr. George from Five Monkeys.
How's it going? How's it going, everybody? Steve, nice to see you, brother.
Yeah, you too, bud. Just a quick, sorry here, quick little thing, man. I am not feeling too well today, so yeah, I have a good friend of mine on standby just in case if I gotta go hurl in the bathroom or something real quick. But anyways, again, hey, thanks for everybody joining in. Look at this. So we got Cherry Anchor in here, really good dude. I got here you go. There's your saucy friend right there.
Yes.
You could see all the screen correct and everything.
Oh, yeah.
All
Yeah.
right,
Hey,
good deal, good deal.
Anthony, Mike, Alicia, I see you guys.
There you go. All right,
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Go ahead and introduce yourself, and we'll go ahead and start this Tuesday, blah blah blah. So,
Yeah. Yeah, let's get it. Let's get it.
all right.
Anyway, well, thank you for asking me to be on here. I'm very, very happy to do it. Very happy to be here. I'm glad we crossed paths, and I'm glad we're
Yeah,
crossing paths again.
absolutely.
So it's pretty cool that way. My name is George. Me and my family make up the Five Monkeys. So it's my wife and I and our three kids.
Wow.
Um, so that's what the Five Monkeys is all about. The name kind of originated from
The five of you.
well, that name did, but the name actually the precursor to that. My nickname at work is Iron Monkey.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah. So when I was making the sauce in the mason jar originally and giving it out to people, I would give it out with an Iron Monkey sticker on it.
Oh, that's cool. That is cool. See?
So I actually have a sticker that says Iron Monkey. I still have some,
Oh,
and
we got to see this sometime soon, sometime during this live, man. We got to see that
okay,
sticker.
I'll see if maybe I'll get my daughter to grab one for me.
Yes, definitely, definitely. Hopefully they're watching, and I'm so that's it's very it's very intriguing to know your whole family is behind this company, and I mean that must feel good as parents to know that your three children are really supporting you, supporting each other. And I think that's awesome. That speaks volumes about uh how your marriage is, how your parenting was, and everything else.
Yeah.
So
Well,
where are you out of?
we live in Modesto, California,
Okay.
Central Valley, if you will, for the people that know. I guess Benny was always the guy that everyone kind of knew where he lived in Hillmar. Where my actual office, where my day job was in Hillmar for 13 years. So I would see
Wow.
Benny jogging or something, and I'd yell out, start barking out the door at him and whatever. Anyway, so
So
we
so
got
you're referring, just for anybody that doesn't know, you're referring, sorry about the noise if there's any noise. So you're referring to Kendrick Barbecue, correct?
yeah, yep.
Okay,
Sorry.
all right. No. Hey, don't be sorry at all. It's just I have to assume that they're definitely, I mean, pretty few and far between that don't know Kendrick Barbecue, but
Yeah.
but I have to make sure that people know what we're talking about. Hey, what's up, Tone? TFTI. This guy's a good dude right there too.
Yes. I just after I guess it was maybe last week or the week before I started following him. I don't know how I didn't see him before.
You're right.
It's like how in the hell did I miss this? Anyway, so I've been digging watching it and
so like
hitting his stuff and
so
trying
like
to
I
follow
told
him, get up to
like
speed
I
on
told you, I didn't feel too well. So right now I got some frozen pizza. But guess what? Guess what I'm putting on it?
it.
Some of the orange chili.
Yeah, nice
So
one, Anthony.
so What's up?
No, Anthony with the never
Oh,
heard of it.
yeah, never heard of her. Oh my goodness. Here, let me.
Yeah, Rose Barbecue. That's so I'm not very extroverted as far as like I'm there and I don't know, like I just I'm not like just over the top, go out of your way. So I had seen you there before, Rose, and I'm or Rose Barbecue. Alicia, I'm sorry that I didn't come up and say something. Um, but it's no slight intended. You know, I just
Oh,
it's just
I
sometimes
we,
I just don't.
I don't think anyone thinks that, man. So let's start. Let's start at the beginning. So aside from the sauce stuff, so you grow up in California?
Absolutely. I grew up within probably less than 2 miles from where I live right now. So
Wow,
I've never,
really?
yep, I've never moved away from where I grew up. Where I grew up, was born and raised is less than 2 miles from here.
Wow, that's awesome though. I mean, that's really cool. So, and now, I think I remember one time you were live with me and Blazing Star Barbecue on Instagram, and you mentioned you're an almond farmer.
Well, we have almonds, yes.
Okay.
So my history, I grew
Yeah,
up in
yeah.
the dairy farm industry. So I was
Oh
a
wow.
dairy farmer for the first portion of my life,
Okay.
and um, I'm still involved in it now. I'm not necessarily getting my brains beat out in that line of work.
Right. So
So,
you're not full time on that anymore, or?
well, the I actually got out of the only. I actually owned a dairy for 20 years, my own dairy, and I had worked for my mom. I guess up to that point, when I was 23, I went down like a crazy man. Went down to the bank and bought her business lock, stock, and barrel from her. Um, yeah, so
uh,
that was a little wild. Nobody would
uh,
do that in today's
wi-
times.
without her knowing?
No, 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 no. I paid for it. A lot of people think that oh, it was given to you. Oh, because I was the only son. Um,
Oh wow.
and no, that's not the case. I actually bought it, U.S. funds.
Wow.
So anyway, so I did that for 20 years on my own. So and then I decided that wasn't conducive to me living a hell of a lot longer by just grinding my body off. And so anyway, uh, I decided to make a change, and I started working right out of. I was actually going to college, and my mom gave me an option to either stay in school or come home and take over the operation and run it.
Wow.
And so, uh, anyway, so I chose to come home and start working. And I started grinding when I was, I guess I was 17.
Wow.
Because I had been in college. I was in college for maybe a couple months, and she's like,
Right.
"Hey,
It just
I need
wasn't
you
for
home,
you,
bro."
huh?
Yeah. So she says, "Hey, I need you home. Either come home or I'm moving on." So I came home.
So you came
Uh,
home and started milking the cows.
yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So anyway, so that's kind of where I got started. So I've always been into the farming, livestock industry, um, and so it's just kind of we moved off the dairy and bought a place about a mile away from there, and we live the home we live in now, and it has uh, it has trees on it, and so we farm the almonds.
Oh
Uh,
wow.
and then I farm some other property that's a few miles away from here.
Nice.
So I
I
do
mean,
that in addition to my day job.
okay.
Yeah. So when I have time,
So what's the day job now?
so I'm actually a consultant and an appraiser for livestock and uh, equipment.
Wow. Okay. See, I absolutely did not know that.
Yeah, yeah, yep.
Wow.
So
So you're like a cow recruit, huh?
something like that. I get
You're like, oh yeah, this is old Betsy. She's been around for 10 years, and
yeah, it's something like that. It's not exactly, but it's something like that. So I
okay,
actually get see like when I was growing up working, all I knew was work, right? I mean, like
right,
honestly, 7 days a week, and that's no bullshit. Anybody that's that's embraced that lifestyle knows that it's an absolute grind. Um, and but I didn't know any better. So I didn't think that somebody would be willing to pay me for my opinion and for
huh,
me to and that sort of thing and give them some advice. And I found out that people are willing to do that, and it's kind of cool. Uh, it's actually goddamn cool, to think that you're out there grinding and you don't think anybody really gives a shit about what you think, and then they do.
right. Wow, dude, that's actually super awesome. So,
So
is it your own company, or you just like a freelancer, or you just kind of
I'm a outside. Uh, I
okay?
work
It's
out
like
for other people, so like they pay me on a percentage.
contract or something like
Yeah,
that
it's
kind
like
of thing.
I'm contracted out. So basically, I can work when I want to, and you know, and that's as long as I get my work done, it doesn't really matter. So
Yeah.
uh,
Well,
anyway, so
see,
I've been doing that for going on my 14th year now.
holy moly!
And one of the dudes that owns the company, he used to work for me when he was going to college.
Oh, that's so cool.
So he was busting my balls about he needed somebody like with that had my background, my knowledge of that
Right.
industry. So he offered me a job, and then I started there, and I haven't looked back.
Dude. So I wanted to touch on the too much welding. His name is Roger. Little misspelling, but people forget how big the ag industry is in California. I was
Yeah.
gonna say that's what's kind of crazy is, like living in California. No one thinks of California being like country, or whatever, or hard working. Like everybody thinks we live in Silicon Valley and
Oh yeah.
and just like working on computers all day, like for everything that we do
It's
or
all
something.
beaches and palm trees, right?
Right, exactly, or exactly, and it's just it is crazy, dude, and I mean, absolute, respect for your hard work and all that you do, like, no joke, like, that's really awesome. So,
Thank
no, I did not bring enough pizza for everyone, so okay. So 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 doing all of this, I mean, I'm not going to say regular guy because I mean, you seem to work really hard, and it's not like you're just some dude that's working an 8-hour shift Monday through Friday, but just a regular guy raising a family. I'm assuming barbecuing once in a while, and then what happened? Like, how did this sauce come about?
Uh, well, you're right. I was making dinner, and I went to the fridge and or the cabinet, and I thought I had some sauce there, and I didn't. And I thought, well, okay. And I think I was doing chicken, if I recall right. Um, and I already had it on the grill. I was about ready to flip it, so I was getting to that point where you're going to start need to think about saucing it, right?
Mhm.
And didn't have any, so I uh, I said, well, you know what? I'm gonna try to make some just to see what. I said we need something, and so. I asked my daughter. I said, well, "Write it down." I said, "Why don't you write down the recipe?" And I said that way, if it sucks, then I can adjust it, or at least I'll know what the hell I put in it. Because
Right,
a lot of
right,
times you
right.
just start throwing shit together, and you get to the end, you're like, "What the hell did I just do? That was pretty good."
Seriously.
So anyway, so we had that written down. I tasted it, and I thought, okay, that's pretty good. And then went and put it on the chicken, and we sat down to eat. And I was looking around the table, and everybody was just like, "What the?"
Yeah.
So that kind of that, I mean, it didn't kind of, that started it. And so the guys will know, because I don't think the women are quite as tough as like the guys are on each other. Like, I don't think
Uh-huh.
girls get together and rag on each other like the guys do.
Oh,
Well,
hell,
they might. I don't know.
I
I
think
don't
they're
know.
just quieter about it.
Yeah, maybe. But you know as well as I do, you get with your buddies, and like all the gloves come off. Like if you got,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
if you got a zit on the end of your nose, you're going to be Rudolph for the whole night. You know,
Yeah,
I mean,
no joke. Yes, yes, yes.
they're busting your balls. So uh, I called a bunch of my buddies, and I said, "Hey, I'm going to do some tri-tip. I want you guys to try something." So we came over one afternoon. It was a nice day. We're out by the pool, barbecuing. Everybody's having a good time, having a few beers. So I get this tri-tip, and I slice it up, and I have it like you were talking about dipping tri-tip.
Uh-huh.
And so then I had them try that, and all these guys are like, "Hey, what is this sauce? And I go, "That's why I had you guys come over. I wanted you guys to tell me what you thought about it." And anyway, so they were all going, "Oh, this is pretty good. It's pretty good." And then they had, after a couple beers, it was like, "Man, dude, you got to get me some of that, bro. You got to get me some. You
Yeah.
got to get me some of that." So then I started making it. And you're right, Garrett. Your buddies are the worst critics. I mean, like, my buddies are ruthless. Like, they like saw you off. So
So
I
I'm
knew once I
assuming I'm
passed.
assuming I'm going to interrupt you real quick because I
Yeah.
think this is part of the Five Monkeys crew. I'm assuming this is your somebody you know.
Who, Tracy?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She's a friend of mine. She's being a smart ass, but that's all
Oh,
right.
okay. I thought
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. He thinks he's funny, but that's all right.
Just double checking.
So so anyway, so yeah, so that's kind of how it kind of got started. Not And it just kind of kept going, kept going until we decided to start bottling. And then, so
You
it's
just
kind of interesting. The first dive bar that we were in, if you still walk in there to this day, there's the Iron Monkey.
Oh, that's so awesome.
The Iron Monkey sticker is still on the mirror above the rack of bottles of booze.
Right? Dude, that is
Yeah.
so awesome. I
So
yeah,
every
we
time I go
definitely
in there, I'm just like, "Hey, I know that son of a bitch."
yeah, right? We definitely need to see that sticker though. I'm really curious to see that. That would be awesome to have like one of those mason jars like with that sticker on there, you know? Like
Yeah.
that would just be a really cool little collector's item. So I mean that's crazy. So it's not like you sought out like, "Oh, I can make the best barbecue sauce ever. I can do this and I think we should start this company." You
Right.
you just you just made something that you and your family liked,
Absolutely.
you know, and
100%.
people
That's where
just
that's where everything starts with us. I mean, like, in all fairness, if you look at our Instagram page, unless I shared somebody else's post, we made it, and we consumed it at our and it didn't suck. Because
yeah,
anything that sucked does not make it to the page. I don't care
right,
how good the picture looks, and that's being 100% transparent. I mean, like, if it sucks, I dump it out. Like, I ain't joking. Like,
right.
I just do. I just do because I don't want to feed my family shit
Yeah, no joke, or anybody else, right?
or anybody else. If it sucks, I mean, like I made my family never lets me. I rarely do I really blow a dinner, but I did a macaroni and cheese dinner one night. I made scratch, and I was short on milk, and I thought I grabbed condensed milk, and I grabbed evaporated milk, and I grabbed condensed, so that's that
Oh,
sweet shit. Oh,
yeah.
it,
It
it
was
was
like
horrible,
it was
horrible.
like macaroni and cheese fudge.
Oh, it was nasty. So I
Oh.
just cleared it off, and I think we ordered pizza or something. But
I tell you, the orange chili, Five Monkeys barbecue sauce is really good on pizza.
yeah,
It
it
is,
is.
no doubt. So okay. So explain. So how did your family kind of go? I don't know, dude. Like, really, we're gonna start bottling this. We're gonna do this, or were they like, oh my god, let's do this?
Um, well, well, everyone. I asked. We all made a decision to do it. Okay,
Hmm.
so
Okay, so it was a collective decision. So
absolutely, hundred
from the
percent,
beginning.
100%.
Wow.
Because I see. So here's my deal: is I spent so much time working in my previous professional existence in the dairy and
Right.
whatnot.
Right.
I spent so much time working that that I didn't miss. I like if the kids had events or whatever, I didn't miss them, but I spent so much time working that like I mean, I was on the move and like I made a lot of decisions to do stuff. The bar is Twin River Saloon, by the way, Mike. Sorry,
Nice.
I'm not slick about reading all the messages. So it's important for me to have my family's blessing. So like when I used to travel for work, I would just make plans and I'd tell my wife, "Hey, I'm going to be gone this day," and I wouldn't say shit other than
Hmm.
that. So now I consult them when I'm going to do something, and it makes for we're not perfect. We fight. We screw up. We do good things. We do bad things.
Just a regular old American family.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But we always gather around the dinner table, and I think I maybe have said that a time or two. Some people that have followed along with us probably have heard that the dinner table is our family center. Uh,
Nice.
because I mean, my wife is a school teacher. My
Oh
daughter
wow.
works. Yeah, she's been school teaching for a long time, and my daughter, she works at a graphics company in Modesto. Just
Oh
started
nice.
that job. She just got out of college. My oldest son Keith helps me run Five Monkeys, and then my middle kid Nico, he's living in Houston right now, going to welding.
Whoa. Going to welding school. Wow.
And yeah, and so before anyone asks, he went to welding school in Houston because he could get multiple certificates at this
Hmm.
school in different genres of welding.
Right, right,
So
right.
instead of just getting one and pat on the back saying, go get it,
Yeah, he me
he's going to
all
be
around.
proficient in four. I don't remember if it was four or five different uh, types of welding. So what are you going to do with that, right?
Right.
So
Maybe build the Five Monkeys warehouse.
yeah, there you go, there you go, there you go. So we have a
Um,
lot of stuff. We have a
it's
lot of
funny.
stuff going on.
It's kind of cool. We have Roger in here, Too Much Welding, and Uncle Hemi Barbecue. They're both welders.
Yep, yep, that's
Um,
awesome.
and so hey, at any time, if you guys need to reach out to the two of them, one of the two or whatever, just to kind of ask them whatever. I mean, dude, I'm sure that they would be more than happy to,
Right.
you know, whatever. So wow. So he wants to do welding. Like what? I mean, like what's his ultimate goal? Do you know?
He wants to have his own welding business.
Okay,
Yeah,
straight up. Just I
yeah.
like that. I like that.
And so he was working for my family's entrenched in the ag industry, and so he was working for my nephew, and he'd been working there for a couple years, and then
Hmm.
helping out with Five Monkeys when he wasn't, and he just decided he didn't want to have somebody barking orders to him. He wanted to do his own thing,
All
and
right.
he bought saved up his money, bought a welder, and then I noticed he was practicing a lot, and I was like, dude, I was looking at his welds, and I was like, bro, I can't even do that. And he was
Right.
doing it left-handed and right-handed. He was like, he's practicing both left and right. I
That's
have no
crazy.
idea why he did that, but like his left-handed welds are sick. I mean, like I'm just like, dude, what are you doing?
Right.
Anyway, so he's doing he's going to do great things with that. I told him, you know, when he was getting ready to do it, he was kind of sheepish about going away.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I told him, I said, son, just go do it, get your schooling done, learn what you want to learn, and now's your chance. Yeah, thanks, Garrett. He is a grinder like the old boy. So anyway, but so yeah, that's it on our family. So everyone knows in my family that there's always food here. Um,
Yeah. Right.
so and we don't eat sauce every day, but I always try to use it in inventive, non-traditional ways.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Uh-huh.
because I
Yeah, I
think
saw
our
that.
sauce,
Yeah, one of your last recipes, right? You used it in something. Maybe it was a taco.
yeah, yep, we used it on carnitas.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and that was when we were on the Good Morning Sacramento TV show. Um, anyway, so
Oh.
I we our family loves carnitas, and we get like that little package you get from Costco,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
and I like to crisp them up in the oven. So what I
Nice.
uh, so what I did is I warmed them up, crisped them up in the oven, and then I put them in a skillet with a little bit of sauce, and just kind of glazed them, and so
Hmm.
that kind of caramelized on there. And then I put it in there, um, and then I sometimes I'll mix some of the sauce in with the crema, and
Uh,
maybe put some hot sauce,
that's a good
our
idea.
sauce, and some lime and some sour cream. Mix it all together, and then just drizzle it on top. It's
Heck,
pretty
man,
legit.
you need to make all of that and get with Blazing Star Barbecue and start making. You guys can make some empanadas with that filling.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm
That
I'm down. I am down.
that would be absolutely like insane, dude. Because I mean, that sounds so good, and then to have it like all together and just have that creamy goodness. So okay, wait a minute. You just kind of like passed it by when you said it. You were on a TV show recently,
Yeah, yeah,
okay? I mean,
yeah.
most
So,
people don't go, yeah, I was on TV.
well, we're not braggers. We're not anything. We just kind of do. If it feels right, like it felt right when you asked me to be on this podcast, and
Thankfully, yeah.
that was simple. And those deals, and it's I every time I get a request in to do something like this or to be on TV, um, I always ask the family, do you want to do it? Are you cool with me doing it?
Hmm.
So
That's awesome.
yeah, so we always make sure that everybody's cool with it, and so yeah. Anyway, that's this. I think the second time we've been on that show.
What was it? What was it? Good Morning Sacramento or something like
It's
that?
Good Day Sacramento,
Okay, okay.
Channel
So you just
31.
kind of like, what'd you do? Like, so you did your carnitas there? You were saying, yeah?
So our office is for Five Monkeys is about 3 or 4 miles from my house. Okay,
Uh-huh.
so we had them to come do the interview at our warehouse there
Oh,
at the.
wow.
So
Nice.
I made what did I make? I made salmon with orange chili. I made
Mm.
carnitas with scotch. I did one other thing I don't recall right off, but So just to kind of and the reason I did them that way is because most people, they think about barbecue sauce, they think, oh, okay,
Yeah, it has to be barbecue. It has to be
it has to be barbecue. It has to be,
on a meat.
it's going to have a certain, everyone's mindset is that it has a certain taste, a certain flavor, or a certain hit to it, right?
Right.
And we just ours doesn't, and we think ours is versatile, and it's probably because it doesn't have necessarily, or doesn't have any of the smoke taste to it.
Uh-huh.
The Because I'm figuring most everybody that is in here that does cooking, does smoking, does barbecue and whatever, everyone has their own smoke level that they like. Some
Mhm.
people like heavy ass smoke. I mean, like
Yeah, yeah.
you eat it and you're just burping it for weeks, right?
Yeah.
And
Sometimes I think some people just over smoke it and they never know anything different than that.
right,
You
right, they
know,
don't
but
know any better, right? So
hey, if they like it.
I like a touch of smoke, but I like a
Mm.
touch of smoke that you get off of a grill.
Yeah, oh yeah. Just that good charcoaly type of yeah.
There you go. That's to me, that resonates with where I want to be on that part. So I always had a little bit of uh, uh, I always had a little bit of issue with the liquid smoke deal that goes into most barbecues
Mhm.
or barbecue sauces. And the reason why, I happened to see a TV show about it one time, how they make it. It's so repulsive. I was like, there's no way I can eat that shit again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's disgusting.
I mean, you could make your own by um putting foil at the exhaust and just letting all the
Yeah.
smoke starting to
Then you
condense
could
and
scrape your barrel of your of
no.
your your kettle or whatever.
Right,
That's
right.
Dude, that's what they do. I'm
I
just
know.
saying. I'm just
Yeah,
saying
it's
it's
pretty
it's a it was a nasty show.
and it's
Um,
it's so strong, that liquid
yeah.
smoke stuff.
So to me, and see, like Mike, he gets it with Blazing Star. Like he gets it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like that to me, and I get it. I get it because when you try a traditional barbecue sauce, that's what you're looking for, that kind of smoky note, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, but if you're not necessarily predetermining what it's going to taste like, then we need to kind of get together, because I think we're okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I got a cool question. So I want this story. I know there's got to be one. So and it doesn't have to be recent. It could be throughout the whole Five Monkeys type of since it's begun. So describe like the worst sauce that you've tried to make that you wanted to like that's not in your regular lineup.
Okay. I tried making something with a bacon flavor.
Oh, okay. I see where this is going.
Yeah, it sucked. Yeah,
I'll
like,
feature you for this one.
yeah, I bought some bacon flavoring. I ordered some, and I was thinking, okay, it's in a white box today. It's in like one of those tubs. Um, and yeah, anyway, so it didn't hit. Like, I was thinking like some maple bacon thing, but like, the bacon taste doesn't come through right. Um, Tasted like ass, honestly. I scrapped that one. Yeah, so that's yeah, Terry Link was right. People were
That
raised
is
on top sauces.
that is just too funny. Oh my goodness. So, okay, with that said, but I mean, is that is is that kind of like something you try to do on like a monthly basis or just once in a while? Like, do you ever just try to go off the reins and just say, "Ooh, let me try to make this one."
Well, there have been like, for instance, the Scotch and orange chili ones that we have, they were actually ideas from the family. So
Okay.
they came up with we around the dinner table, and so and we still have some that we haven't
Yeah,
at
cause see,
some
my
point.
my favorite is the Scotch whiskey. That was actually going to be my next question. Is so out of the original, how did the Scotch whiskey come about?
We were sitting around a dinner table, and I said, "Hey, you guys got some ideas on what you would like to do?" Is I want to involve them. The original came from me,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
of
You
course
want to?
I developed the other ones, but I wanted them to have their input on a flavor profile.
Absolutely.
So anyway, so we just went around a table, and one of the kids said like a Scotch whiskey, uh, and with more of, instead of a like a spicier kick, more of a peppery back.
Yes, yes, exactly. It's like it's crazy that you said that. Interrupt that story. It is spicy, but it's like you said, it's just almost like a pepper, black pepper type of thing. It
Right.
hits you, it hits you, it doesn't stay with you. The original, in my opinion, is spicier than the Scotch whiskey.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, all right, and just
Yeah.
making sure,
Let me ask Mom if she'll look at this. Thanks.
She didn't even try to move on it.
Well, ask her to do it, please. Um. So yeah, thank you, Garrett. And I agree with Mike. Uh, there's been a lot of shit go down the drain, and
yeah,
that's
absolutely.
just the way it goes, man. I mean, now, and I've been fortunate. Uh, I've been fortunate. Like I've made some other sauces that, some like Benny Kendrick Barbecues tried probably almost all of them. I mean, when he was living close and I was there
That's
working,
awesome.
he'd come by the office and I'd give him a little mason jar. It looked like some dope deal or something, and he would take it. And then he would call me a little later and be like, "Holy shit, what did you do?"
Right.
So, but like we just, if in all fairness, if money was not an object, like it wasn't an issue,
Hmm.
I could roll out a couple more that would blow your socks off.
Oh my man, let's run a
I'm
GoFundMe
just
page.
I'm just saying, like, it's just, but it's like we have to do things for the right reason. Okay, and
Yeah,
we have to do things so it doesn't screw up, mess up our family nucleus.
yeah, right.
Um,
So I relate a lot to that. So it's like I always kind of have this thing like if all of this stopped, the YouTube, the Instagram, and all that stuff for me, I'd literally be doing the same thing.
right.
Other than doing a live or posting a few, whatever, and and that really again it speaks volumes about you and your family, and that you sorry, I was reading the comments and now I forgot where I was going with that, but
Mike's
how
comment.
okay,
Mike.
about but just about how you're not um if this business takes off, that's great. If it doesn't, you're okay with that.
Well, yeah, I've been down on the there. That's exactly Mike's point right there. Uh, I've been down to where we didn't have very much money,
Right.
and we've never starved. We've never been poor, if you will.
Uh-huh.
Um, but we've never been like filthy rich. Okay, so like we're just regular folks, right? Sometimes we're rolling pretty good, and sometimes we're getting our ass kicked.
Right.
Uh, so, uh, yeah. Anyway, so it's one of those things that we need to make sure our family is good, man. That is everything boils down to my family, and everyone that is on here. is on here and they're making comments because we've had interaction with them.
Absolutely.
And honestly, that's I told Garrett the other day we screwed up one of his orders,
Oh,
um, and so I drove up to his house and delivered it to him, the correct order, and I let him keep the screwed up order because I was like, dude, I'm not going to take it back. I'm just you have it. Thanks, Andy. Andy's one of our guys. He just
oh yeah,
Andy's
he's
Andy's uh, Andy's a great been a great friend of ours, and he's family. He's family to us. So um, anyway, so we're very very thankful that people have embraced this, and
yeah,
we don't take that for granted. But the interaction that we have, Steve, like we're talking now, it feels like we're just talking,
yeah, absolutely.
and all these comments here and all the people that we run into, dude, like it ain't no bullshit. It ain't no smoke and mirrors. There's no executive rolling in, dude. It's probably either George or Keith, and we're gonna roll in and we're gonna get you your stuff and we're gonna move on. And if it's not right, we're gonna fix it.
Right, right. So I'm going to tell you my story of how I heard of Five Monkeys.
All right.
Uh so I was really heavily involved into the beard community. Just having a beard and loving, all the content creators that have to do with that. And I was on a live with a company owner, one of my buddies, Gary, and someone popped in into that live on Instagram, and it was Ned.
Okay.
Yeah, and we're sitting there. I'm like, who's this Ned guy? Whatever. And
He's
we're
a
just,
cool
kind of
motherfucker, that dude.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And he's like, brother, man, you guys have to try this Five Monkeys. Five Monkeys is so awesome, so awesome. And right then and there, uh, uh, Gary, the guy we were live with, he ended up buying like the three different ones, and then I tried to find it. I was gonna get it online, and then I heard that they had it at a local store out here. Um, I the one I think that keeps it on the bottom shelf and just like one of them in stock.
Right.
So, but either way, I'm just saying. So, yeah, dude. And after that, man, I was hooked. I mean, I gotta say, it's just like you said, a Blazing Star. He's tried your stuff, and everyone in here really. It is versatile. It's not like you said, uh, like a molassesy smoky type of thing that only belongs on like your whatever ribs or something like that. I mean, you could truly put this sauce on just about anything and be happy with it.
Right.
But yeah,
And I,
that
yeah, so I would go with that, and I mean like so like I like using our products in to build layers of flavor.
uh-huh.
Um, and what I mean by that is like, for instance, when I was growing up, there was a my grandfather had a housekeeper, and she made I was just a little kid, so I don't remember how she made it, but she made this food. I mean, like this steak that was like you walk in and it was just like bam, bam, bam. Like it was the house just smelled crazy good. And I know that there was wine in it. So I finally have screwed around and got to the point where I could make this wine steak. Well, that's what we call it. I don't that's probably not a proper term, but
Yeah, sounds good to me.
anyway, so but I usually what I do with that is, I mean, people say when you talk barbecue sauce and you talk steak, everyone's like, "Oh shit, you just fucked it up, right?" I mean,
Right,
like
right, right, right,
you
right.
just created the mortal sin.
Yeah,
I'm not going to argue that point with you. Is it if you okay? I'm not going to argue that point with you.
right, right. To each
I'm
his
going to tell
own.
you that there is a point where uh, you could elevate the flavor profile or broaden the base of your flavor profile by somewhere along in there, like especially if you do like a cast iron skillet.
Uh-huh.
And so what I like to do is I like to put them in the cast iron, And when you know how you got the little bit of stuff in it, you know how like they deglaze
Yeah, yeah,
pans.
yeah.
I put a little bit of red wine in there, cook that
Yes.
off, and then I add some I'll add whatever sauce I think will work the best for it. And usually it's Scotch or
Right.
original. And I'll mix in a little bit in there, and then I'll let it cook down to where it's kind of like a demi glaze, so it's kind of thick.
Right, right,
I'll
right.
just I'll just pour it over the top of the steak.
Oh, I love
And
that.
it's pretty, like, there's some people on here that have tried it. Not in this, and I don't think that are in this room, but Eric from oh shoot, what's his? I can't think of his name right now. Anyway, he was doing a date night with his wife one night, and I I told him to try that move that I just told you, and he
Uh-huh.
did. And I said, "How did it go?" He said, "My wife was really happy, bro." so uh,
That's
so
awesome.
yeah. So anyway,
So,
uh,
real quick,
yes, sir.
um, just to interrupt the your story. Sorry about that. But after this, so we have the first hour on YouTube. It's about getting to know you, about definitely featuring you and only you, and just learning about everything that we don't really get to know through just the posts or the company or whatever. But after this hour is over, we go ahead and take the second hour or however long anyone stays, and we take that to Instagram Live, and
Cool.
we do a what I like to call the after party. So I'm really hoping that you would like to join us. Oftentimes we get Andy in there. Blazing Star will join sometimes. We
Yeah.
got oftentimes Benny will come in, so that'll be fun. But
Yeah, 100%, man. That'd be cool. I just it's it's honestly like I'm getting more comfortable talking about our story and stuff, but I've never spent probably more than uh, you know, very, very, very little bit of time in my lifetime necessarily talking about myself.
right.
Um,
Well, I'm gonna
It's just
say
not something I do. Some people do it, and some
that is
people are good at
definitely
it. I just don't. So
something I wanted to tell you is you're a very humble guy. You don't always have to be. I want, and it's not that you're not, but man, I mean, be proud of the things that you've accomplished. Be proud of all the people that just. I mean, I'm really not to downplay myself or anything, but I'm not like this huge account or anything. You've got people in here that are supporting you. It's not about me. You know what I mean? It is about you.
yeah.
Um, and I think your story is fantastic. Rose Barbecue saying the same thing,
Yeah.
and there's not
Thank
anyone in here
you.
that has listened to this that doesn't that will disagree with me. I think it's good, and I know where you're coming from at that point. You're like, I mean, hey, it is what it is. We do this, but you have to say, I mean, it like you have a great work ethic, you have a great sauce, you have a great family from what we see and from what we know. So don't be afraid, man, to just be like, yeah, dude, we killed it or whatever. Like, I mean, seriously, if that's anything
Yeah.
I can get out of this is, man, dude, I mean, to be humble, I get it, but my goodness, dude, you know kill it
Well,
because you're killing it.
I am proud. I am proud. Now,
Heck yeah.
don't confuse that.
Yeah, well, exactly,
Because
yes.
I'm extremely proud, but I'm extremely proud without being doing the humble brag, if you will.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And I just it's just not my style, man. Like I just if we hung out for 2 hours, uh, it'd be the same story. It'd be like, you won't catch me spending 2 minutes talking about how great I am, because you
Right.
never hear that from me. It's just not going to happen. And thank
So,
you.
dude,
That's
cooking with
awesome.
bread, yeah, you
Words.
just place an order, and then,
Okay.
that
So
story
so one
that
thing I
story
need
I
to
was
tell everybody
oh,
here
go
about
ahead, please, please, I don't wanna interrupt your story, go ahead.
no. It's fine. It's cool, dude. Uh, the original is going to be in stock. We're hoping. it'll be in stock, back in stock. Um, Probably at the latest be around the 1st of December, but it's going to be we hope it's sooner. With that Thanksgiving holiday, we're trying to get them to hit us ahead of time,
Mm-hmm.
to get us ahead of the Thanksgiving
Right.
holiday. So hopefully we can get it. Uh, but what we're going to do is we've had it so that it's been out of stock. But if you go to our website, you could actually pre-order it. And the
Okay.
second that we get it in our shop, it'll be in a package and on the road.
Oh, heck
Yeah.
yeah.
So no, we haven't said that publicly until now. So
Hey,
so
barbecue Steve exclusive right
there it
here, right
is.
now.
So it'll be back because we get questions every day. When's it going to be back? And and I get it. I get it. Uh, but again, with this COVID deal screwed everything up, and
Yeah.
costs went through the roof. I'm sure Mike will be able to verify that.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
so we
That
kind of
supplies have been short, everything.
yeah. So we kind of paused for a minute to see what the hell we were going to do, because the cost increase were just, I
Crazy.
mean, it was tough to swallow. So we're going to handle the original is going to be exclusive through our website,
Oh, wow.
and it's going to be exclusive through our website mainly, first and foremost, and then the few stores that, like, there's some Ace Hardwares we're in. There's some kind of specialty stores that we're in, some butcher shops we're in, some restaurants we're in, those sort of things. We're going to
Well, I mean,
focus.
if you could share just a handful of those stores that you're in right now so that, we all kinda, you know,
Okay.
can
So
maybe
if you, on our
head out there.
website, my
Okay.
daughter updated the location, the store
Nice.
locator list, and we're still working on that
Mhm.
because since we were out of stock for a little bit, that's kind of, some of them have dropped off, but they want to be back on. So we're gonna get that. That's gonna get back and be a little bit more accurate.
Right.
So we're steering away from, no, Tracy, Sprouts is gonna go away.
Oh,
They have,
let's hide that one.
yeah,
I
that's
was
okay.
gonna say that's where I was getting mine.
Yeah. Well, okay, so we have no problem with Sprouts.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Sprouts is not a problem. The company that was their distributor, they should be locked up. I mean, they should be criminal, because, like, the stuff that they were doing to us was just not cool. Unfortunately, Corey, the Safeway is got the same distributor as Sprouts. And
Oh, wow.
so, yeah, anyway, so that's for another time. I'm not going to
Yeah, yeah,
badmouth
yeah.
anybody,
Right,
and I'm
right,
not naming
exactly.
names, but we didn't have a great experience there, and they're used to jamming big companies, and we're not.
Right,
Uh,
right. Oh, absolutely.
yeah, Fresno Ag Hardware is another one that we need to restock. Fresno's got a couple of spots down there. Fresno Ag Hardware, the meat market, Barbecue Queen. She uses our stuff on her new food truck, and she doesn't even like sauce. And the fact that she's using our sauce I think, is a pretty good testament.
Yeah. That's
She's
pretty
she's
that's
a
pretty awesome.
she's a goddamn good cook. I will tell you that. You get
Uh-huh.
within range of her, and she's cooking, you better get there. That's all I'll tell you.
So, all right, 5 minutes left.
Yes,
4
sir.
minutes. So, future. So tell me, like, and don't be too humble about it. I mean,
All
tell me,
right.
like, what's the what do you where do you wanna see 5 monkeys in, well, let's say 5 monkeys in 5 years?
Five monkeys in 5 years. I guess, I would like to see us. I'd like to see us in the rotation of every family's cabinets.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Uh, we don't need to be the seventh game of the World Series pitcher, but we'd like to be in the rotation. We'd like to be in the. We don't need to be the closer. we don't mind being the setup guy if we need to be.
Right.
So whatever. We just want to be. Yeah, thank you, Mike. That's exactly right. I mean, honestly, uh, you deal with people like Blazing Star Barbecue, who we just starting to get into with a little bit, and
Yeah.
like his stuff paired with our stuff is it's been pretty positive response in our household. So thanks, Anthony. I appreciate that. So so I guess that's what we would like to do, and but we want to do this so that we don't necessarily need to get rich, but we don't need to go broke doing it.
Right.
And
Right.
and everyone, like people don't understand that this family is um this family is just a regular family, dude, and we're all working, and we all got issues, and we got problems, and we got a regular life, and
Yeah,
we're just
most
trying to do
definitely.
something extraordinary. And quite frankly, the way things kind of went with COVID, and they kind of got screwed us up. We were talking about maybe just not doing this anymore.
Oh man.
Yeah. So, and I mean, and that's and it all it boils down to we just don't need to get our ass kicked
Yeah.
financially. That's all. You
Right.
know,
Right. Right.
and so and we're trying to keep it fair, and trying to keep our costs down. And thanks, Big Country. I appreciate that. And we're just trying to do this the right way. Uh,
Yeah.
but push comes to shove, you guys may have to hit me for the mason jar because I know how to make that shit at home. So
Yeah. I was gonna say. So if anything ever happens, like I'm just gonna ask you. Like I'll beg you. I'll buy. I just get like a 5 gallon bucket of just the Scotch
yeah,
whiskey and we'll
yeah,
call it a day.
there you go. There you
So
go.
so okay, so no plans of rubs in the future or any new sauces?
Okay, so the new sauces are going to have to come when things smooth out a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, because like we just don't have we on and quite frankly, we just don't have the financial wherewithal to try to tackle that. It's
Absolutely.
it's just too much. The rubs thing, I have a couple. Um, I think are pretty good, but that's kind of the next frontier. And we should have some flavored almonds available pretty soon.
Oh, yeah, I remember you saying something like that. That'll be really cool.
Those are once you try those, you're gonna be like, dude, I should have never got hooked up with that mother, because I ain't joking. Like you just like the samples that we got. I mean, I couldn't stop eating them.
Oh,
I was
nice.
just I'm being 100% honest on that. I was just tearing into the bag, and I called my son and I said, bro, these things are like lit. So we'll see. We're supposed to have some more samples here pretty quick. We're just trying to get how to, because the way they do that, they get heated up, and if it gets too
Right.
hot, it kind of burn, and so he needs to find the right method. Uh,
Definitely, definitely.
so anyway, so yeah, there'll be some things coming. We're gonna drop some new merch here
Oh,
uh, this next week.
I like that hat, by the way. That's actually kinda cool. I like that.
Yeah, thank you. We got a new Five Monkeys T-shirt coming.
Oh, yeah.
And anyway, so we're gonna have some stuff. We're gonna open up our warehouse to have people come by if they want to come by and do like a shopping spree or whatever, or they want
Oh,
to.
that's cool.
Yeah, so we're gonna do some things different, dude.
Yeah.
So
Dude, so big things coming up, yeah?
we're gonna try. We're gonna try. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, alright. Well, hey, okay. So so 5 Monkeys has some trying, maybe slightly bigger times coming up. Alright, good deal.
Yes, sir.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, dude, that'll be awesome. I like the swag, and if it's any consolation, I always say if when in doubt, if you can't find it at any stores, don't be afraid to ever just go to the company's website. No matter if it's Five Monkeys, Blazing Star, Frito, or whatever. I mean, I'm just reading things, uh,
Right.
uh, but don't be afraid to buy some things from there. A lot of times it helps the company out a little bit more than
It's the
distributing
best
or
way for us. It's
distribute.
the best way, honestly.
Right.
And you
So
never know who's going to deliver it. Just ask Garrett.
hey, exactly. You see, and
Ask
I
Anthony.
hey,
Ask Anthony in their pun. He knows.
and I was gonna say you've even delivered as far as Oregon, as far as I know, right?
I've
Washington.
delivered. I've delivered to Oregon. New York City,
Oh,
Vermont.
that's crazy.
Yeah, New York
That's
City.
pretty cool.
Yeah. So
That is awesome. All right,
that
so
story, if you want to know that story, I guess I could tell you that one
yeah, we'll do it on the
on
one that we're not saying. So, but you know, honestly, all of you in the chat, thank you so much for joining this.
Thank you, everybody.
And George, I completely am honored that you came on here. You're one of the, if not the first, I would say one of the first small batch, a small company type of barbecue stuff that I've was going in. You know, I was the guy that tried to, you know, the YouTube, the famous stuff that I would always try, and I tell you, I was not let down by trying this stuff. As
Thank
you can
you.
see, you know, I still got it. You know, it's like you know,
And
it's
just
great. I love what you do.
thank you. And for everybody that's in here still, just so you know, Steve was using our stuff way before we even hooked up.
Yeah.
Like he sent me a couple of posts from like 2.5 years ago.
Yes, dude.
So there you go. So I mean, like that's pretty badass, and I think it's pretty freaking cool that we've ended up here.
Yeah,
So
you guys, please, Five Monkeys barbecue sauce. Go to their site, man. Support these guys. Support their family. And it's literally their family, you know. And that's what's flipping awesome about it. I really appreciate you, George. Like honestly, I'm completely honored. Like I remember when you said that, just to close this out, when you just said I was using yeah, what, a couple of years ago, and I you followed me one time, I think, and then you liked a post of mine, and I was like, oh my god, you know, like it was the coolest thing. So for me, this is awesome. And with that said, everybody, go ahead and make sure that you hit a like on this stream.
yes,
Please subscribe. We try to do this weekly, and well, I do this weekly. We always have special guests on here. And follow us on Instagram. Follow Five Monkeys if you haven't. Follow me. Follow all the people that we were mentioning in here. Just some great people, great times. And with that said, get on over to Instagram and give me a
all
couple
right,
minutes. Give me a couple minutes, and we'll start. I'll start that live, and we'll start the after party. All right.
all right.
All right.
Thanks,
Thank you
everybody.
so much.
Thank you.
All right,
Appreciate
guys.
it.